pack. He growled deep in his throat and embraced the change, welcoming his wolf. His arms and legs contorted and reformed. He fell forward until he was resting on 4 paws. His jawline lengthened and his nose became a snout. Skin was replaced with black fur. In the blink of an eye, he went from man to beast. The massive wolf peered out over the land. Their land. All of it belonged to the Salvation Pack, and he'd protect it and its inhabitants with his life. Restless once again, Gator trotted down a well-worn path and wound his way through the trees. He jumped over several downed ones and made a mental note to tell Cole about them. His friend made beautiful furniture and household items out of wood and tried to source most of it from fallen trees on their land. It was as natural to Gator as breathing to continually sort through all the sights, sounds, and smells around him, always on the lookout for something out of the ordinary. There had been no attacks from the Louisiana Pack for months now, and that was making him uneasy. Pierre LaForge, his former alpha, wasn't exactly known for his kind and forgiving nature. Gator snorted. What an understatement. Pierre wouldn't be satisfied until all of them were dead. Okay, maybe not all of them. He might let one or both of his sons live. Or maybe not. Both Jacques and Louis had defied the old man when they'd struck out on their own. Pierre might kill both his sons and Jacques' mate to drive home the fact that no one left the pack without permission. He shook off his depressing thoughts and turned toward home. The day was too nice to worry about Pierre and his assassins. The cowards would show themselves when they were good and ready. Gator and his packmates had beaten back all attacks up until now, and they'd do so again. They'd built something worth protecting here. His stomach growled, reminding him it was nearing lunchtime and he hadn't eaten anything since breakfast. Shifting took a lot of energy. Werewolf metabolism naturally ran faster than humans, and they required a lot more calories just to live. Add into that the fact that he'd been patrolling pack land for hours, and he was one hungry wolf. Armand's mate had been up early making bread when he'd left early this morning. Annie was an amazing baker. Gator could practically taste the fresh bread. Maybe he'd make turkey sandwiches for lunch, something quick and easy. There was leftover turkey in the refrigerator, unless one of the others had eaten it as a snack this morning, which was a distinct possibility. Usually, he liked to cook. It relaxed him and he enjoyed the process. There was something satisfying about taking basic ingredients and turning them into something special. Some days, though, he was too impatient to wait. This was one of those days. He was nearing the log home he shared with 2 of his pack mates and their mates, when his ears caught a sound. He stopped and swiveled his head from side to side. A car. Not too far from here. Gator automatically headed in the direction of the unknown vehicle. It didn't overly alarm him. An attack from the Louisiana Pack wouldn't come by car or truck. No, they'd come with stealth and strike when they were least expected. Maybe a local had decided to try hunting on their land even though it was heavily posted with no trespassing signs. Maybe it was some lost tourist. Or maybe it was another damn delivery truck. The women did like to shop online. Usually the packages were delivered to their post office box in town, but sometimes the occasional item was put on the local postal truck and brought out to the house. Gator suspected it wasn't a mistake, that the locals had gotten curious enough about them and wanted to check them out in person. Either way, he needed to know who it was and what business they had on pack land. Gator loped through the trees, winding through them easily even while running at top speed. The pack would be aware of the intruder. The sensors on their road would have gone off the moment the car turned off the main highway. He was closer and hoped to have the situation handled before the others arrived. No need to get everybody riled up, especially not before lunch. Bad for the digestion. He came to a halt by the silver birch where he'd stripped off his jeans. Now that they had women living in the pack, he couldn't just leave the house naked when he was patrolling. It was a bit of a pain, but it wasn't too much of an inconvenience. And it paid off at times like this. He couldn't exactly greet a lost tourist or delivery truck driver totally naked. Well, he could, but that might prompt a visit from the local sheriff.